Ready for a cosmic adventure.
Oh, I like that.
Today's deep dive takes us into, well, the heart of Sant Mat.
Okay.
It's a devotional tradition, roots in India. We're going through this with Anurag Sagar, and it translates beautifully to Ocean of Love.
Yeah.
And we'll be your guides through this intricate spiritual landscape, exploring its key players, concepts, and even how it connects to figures like Jesus and Muhammad.
Well, it's fascinating how this text lays out like a whole cosmology, a way of understanding the universe and our place in it. Almost like a grand play unfolding across time and space.
A cosmic play. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So who are the main characters in this drama?
So imagine a being so vast, so fundamental that it exists beyond any single name. That's Sat Purush, the true being at the very heart of it all. And the text uses names like Sakhikhand, Din Dayal, Shab Parwani, Adi Purush, each highlighting a different facet of this ultimate reality.
It's like trying to capture the essence of the ocean with a single drop of water.
Precisely. And just like the ocean has currents and tides, Sat Purush emanates 16 spiritual attributes, or shabdas.
Okay.
These aren't just passive qualities, they're active forces shaping the universe.
Right.
One shabda particularly relevant to our deep dive is vivek.
Okay.
The power of discrimination, of seeing through illusion to the truth beneath.
Interesting, because where there's a need for seeing through illusion, there must be some serious illusion going on.
Exactly, and that's where Kal Niranjan enters the scene.
Kal Niranjan, the fourth shabda. He's the one who throws a wrench in the works, right? Creates all the illusions that keep us trapped in the cycle of birth and death.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
But he's more complex than simply a cosmic villain. The text emphasizes his power with titles like Dharam, Jagannath, Kal, even Yama, familiar to anyone who knows about the Hindu god of death.
Right.
He's a force to be reckoned with, yet still part of the grand order emanating from Sat Purush.
It's like in those ancient myths, even the gods have their flaws, their darker aspects. Makes you wonder, what do all these names, Alak Niranjan, Kal Taksbak, Nirankar, tell us about his nature and his role in this cosmic play?
That's where it gets really interesting. The name Niranjan itself suggests without blemish or spotless.
Okay.
This might seem contradictory, but it hints at the idea that even illusion, even the force that seemingly binds us, originates from a place of purity, of divine essence.
So it's not about labeling Kal Niranjan as good or evil, but understanding the purpose he serves within this larger cosmic dance.
Exactly, and understanding his role can help us make sense of our own experiences.
Okay.
We all face challenges, temptations, things that keep us from recognizing our true nature.
Right.
In a sense, those experiences are our own encounters with Kal Niranjan, our own struggles to see through the veils of illusion.
It's a powerful reminder that even in the midst of difficulty, even when we feel lost or confused, there's a deeper reality at play, a divine order orchestrating it all. But if we're caught in this cosmic play, how do we even begin to find our way back to that truth, to Sat Purush? Who or what can help us see through the illusions Kal Niranjan weaves?
That's where the human element of this story comes in. The Anurag Sagar introduces us to several key figures who serve as guides, pointing us toward the light of Sat Purush.
We're talking about spiritual heavyweights here, figures like Kabir, the mystic poet, and Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism. The text actually places them as contemporaries, highlighting this lineage of wisdom passed down from teacher to student.
And it goes even further, weaving in figures like Jesus and Muhammad.
Wow.
Presenting them not as isolated figures from different religions, but as part of this greater tapestry of spiritual guidance throughout history.
Wow. That's a powerful statement. It's like the text is saying that the search for truth transcends any one religion or tradition. It's a universal human story with these figures appearing at different times and places to illuminate the path.
Precisely. And just as there are many paths up a mountain, the Anurag Sagar describes various fads, or spiritual paths, each with its own unique approach to reaching that ultimate reality.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of journey.
Not at all. Some paths are described as direct and sure, while others, like the Fad des Schimmernden Shines, the path of shimmering appearance, might seem appealing, but ultimately lead you astray.
Right.
It's like choosing between a well-worn trail and a shortcut that promises a quicker journey, but might leave you lost in the woods.
So how do we know which path to choose? It feels like we need like a cosmic compass to navigate all these twists and turns.
Well, that's the beauty of the Anurag Sagar.
Yeah.
It doesn't just lay out, a rigid dogma.
Okay.
It encourages us to apply vivek, that power of discrimination we talked about, to our own spiritual journeys. It's about looking inward, examining our own motivations and desires to see what truly resonates with our souls.
It's like the text is saying, here are some signposts, some potential routes, but ultimately the journey is yours to make.
Exactly. And remember, the Anurag Sagar also mentions Kundalini Yoga,
Yeah.
a practice that's gained a lot of attention lately.
Yeah. It's interesting to see this ancient practice woven into, like, the fabric of Sant Mat.
Yeah.
It speaks to this idea that spiritual wisdom often transcends time and cultural boundaries.
Yeah.
What we might consider new might have roots that go back centuries, even millennia.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a crucial point. The interconnectedness of spiritual traditions. The Anurag Sagar doesn't shy away from acknowledging the wisdom found in different paths. It's not about claiming one tradition as superior,
Right.
but recognizing the common threads that run through them all.
It reminds me of that saying, many rivers, one ocean.
Oh, nice.
We may start from different points, follow different currents, but ultimately we're all flowing towards that same vastness of truth.
What a beautiful analogy. And it highlights a key takeaway from our deep dive, the importance of personal experience. While the Anurag Sagar provides a rich framework for understanding the cosmos and our place within it, it ultimately points us inward.
So it's not enough to just read about these concepts. We have to embody them, experience them for ourselves.
Precisely. It's like reading a recipe for a delicious meal. You can understand all the ingredients, the steps involved, but until you actually taste it, you haven't truly experienced it.
Right.
The Anurag Sagar gives us the ingredients, the recipe for spiritual awakening, but the real transformation happens through our own inner exploration.
It makes you think about all those who came before us, those who walked these paths and shared their insights. They weren't just philosophers or theologians. They were living embodiments of these teachings.
And that's what makes the study of these traditions so compelling. It's not just an intellectual exercise. It's a way of connecting with a lineage of seekers, of tapping into a wisdom that's been passed down through generations.
It's humbling, really. Reminds us that we're part of something much larger than ourselves, this ongoing quest to unravel the mysteries of existence.
And within that vastness, each of us has a unique role to play. The Anurag Sagar invites us to discover that role, to explore the depths of our own being and connect with the divine spark within.
So it's about more than just, understanding the concepts. It's about embodying them, living them.
Yeah.
That makes me think about the title, Ocean of Love. We've talked about the vastness, the different paths, but where does the love part come in?
That's a beautiful question.
Yeah.
And it takes us to the very heart of Sant Mat.
Okay.
You see, this ocean of love isn't just a poetic image.
Right.
It represents the boundless love and compassion of Sat Purush, the source from which everything emanates.
So even Kal Niranjan, with all his illusion and challenges, even that's part of this love. That's a tough one to wrap my head around.
It is a profound concept, for sure. The Anurag Sagar suggests that even the forces that seem to bind us are ultimately expressions of this divine love,
Okay.
pushing us, even if through difficulty, towards growth and awakening.
Wow, that's quite a perspective shift. It's like realizing that even the storms are part of what makes the ocean so awe-inspiring.
Exactly. And just as the ocean supports an incredible diversity of life, this ocean of love encompasses all paths, all beings, guiding us towards that ultimate reunion with the divine.
So as we reach the end of our deep dive, what's the one thing you hope our listener takes away from the Anurag Sagar?
I'd say this: don't be afraid to explore. Dive into the depth of this text, but also into the depths of your own being. Let the concepts challenge you, inspire you, and most importantly, let them lead you inward. Because the real journey, the journey of spiritual awakening, begins within.
Beautifully said. The Anurag Sagar, a map to a vast and mysterious ocean, and an invitation to discover the boundless depths within ourselves.